This is your life with Lockie. All right, getting up the final one here for the Street Smart series. And I've got Ben Haythorpe in, and he is the man who actually got all this together many, many years ago. But we'll let him tell you the story about Street Smart High and how he organised it all. All right, hey Ben, how you going?
Good, thanks Lockie. How are you today?
Good, thank you, man. I'm really grateful to have you in here today, or me coming in here to RAA and this beautiful facilities here and hear about the beautiful journey of Street Smart High and how it started.
Yeah, I guess Street Smart High started back in 2009. It was our first year event that we put on. Basically, the program was based on an existing event that had been run in New South Wales put on by Westmead Hospital for a few years, and the management here had seen the New South Wales event and were keen to bring it to South Australia. So I was employed, I guess, the year before that, so 2008, to basically put on this event that I actually myself hadn't even seen. I'd only read about it and had a few papers about it, so it was quite a difficult process in the first year to develop the concept based on something that I hadn't seen. And also then the next hardest part was convincing, probably 35 schools to bring their students to something that hadn't been done before. So that was part of the reason that that was probably the most difficult thing to convince schools to come along to that very first one and to trust that we were going to put on something that was educational for that year. So we did. We managed to get the numbers of schools that we were after, the number of students, and the first event, 2009, went very well. And so ever since then, we've been rolling out the program, and it's grown and got bigger and better each year.
All right, that's amazing, Ben. That's pretty cool. So I imagine in the sense you've tried to customise your program here to suit the factors that need to be hit on the road safety margins here and that kind of stuff, and get the different speakers and other different, people in to speak, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How do you choose that?
Basically, I was a teacher myself and spent a lot of time working in high schools and primary schools in many different places actually. So it's really important to me that we come up with a program that engages basically 15 and 16-year-olds. So the way that we do that is we curate the day to have lots of, I call them slots, 10-minute slots, with different people coming in with different messages, talking about different aspects of road safety. So we have crash survivors, which we call speakers, and then we also have people that we call presenters that give out different information but in a different way, because it's a 4-hour day and we don't want to have the same story for 4 hours. We want to have different stories. So we want to have younger people, we want to have older people speak, we want to have sisters talking about their brothers, fathers talking about their sons, mothers talking about their daughters, people that have been impacted themselves by crashes, people that have caused crashes. So it's about curating that day to have different people to connect with the audience, because someone might connect very well with, say, Eli Mern, and someone might connect very well with Holly Scott. So the idea is that we have different people connecting with different stories, and hopefully at the end of the day, the young people that come will remember 2 or 3 or 4 key messages that will help them be safer on the roads later on.
Yeah, that's it. Like you say, there's messages to try and stick their memory that hopefully, help them not take something home in their memory for road safety, that kind of way. And then even, I suppose, outside of the speakers at the lunch kind of break, like you say, it's a very hard day, so you have a few different stands in there, and I met a few different ones, like I think SA Health, the Healthy Harold was there and that kind of thing. I think SA Dental and a few other different organisations are there as well. And so picking them, was that a big part of it as well?
Yeah, so at lunchtime, the students have about a 45-minute break to go out into the foyer of the entertainment centre. We also invite them down onto the floor, and they can go out into the area, it's called the Orb at the entrance to the entertainment centre. The idea is for the lunchtime is that kids can have a break, they can eat their lunch, and if they want to, they can go and chat to different organisations that want to talk to young people about young people's issues. So in the past we've had everyone from universities, to the Army, to St John's, to CFS, to MFS. Usually we have about 20 different people in the arena, you know, and some kids will choose to go and talk to them, some kids will just want to go and eat their lunch. So that's the idea. We give young people the choice to do what they want to do during that lunch break.
I've seen some exciting things. I think the police had some VR goggles on this year as well, and so they're all sitting through a crash simulation. So that would have been very interesting, different stand to go see. Yeah, so it's a pretty good event that you put on all the time, that kind of stuff. Is there any kind of like main, like obviously road safety kind of message, that kind of stuff? Is there any like main message that you would like to try and pass on to anybody out there with road safety at the moment?
Oh, look, I think the thing with road safety is if you haven't had the conversation or you haven't been exposed to the information, then you don't know about it. So that's what Street Smart High aims to do. We aim to start conversations. We hopefully make young people more aware of situations and potentially dangerous situations. We also talk to them about planning when they're going out. You know, how do you get home? And if your designated driver does drink, well, what should you do then? So it's about sparking conversations that they're going to have within their peer group, within their school, and then hopefully also that day when they go home and they're talking to their mum and dad, they can talk to them about the people that they've met during the day, what they've learnt, and then there's conversations that happen within the family, and then the parents said, well, you know, I don't ever want you to get into a car with someone that you think is intoxicated. So if that happens, feel free to ring me up. So yeah, those conversations are really important. So that's, again, what we aim for Street Smart High, is to create a very memorable day so kids will keep reliving what they've been told for the weeks and months afterwards. That's
brilliant there, because we forget how often it happens in Australia. Here it's over 2,000 car crashes a day, with about, I think, 100 plus of them, about 4 hours or more in hospital, and then on average 4 deaths on a day on the roads in Australia. So getting out doing this kind of stuff is a huge part to try and reduce that death toll around Australia every day. And because then you think about how many families affect as well. So getting all those people in the entertainment centre, putting them through that hard day, hopefully you can grow them in the road safety space as well. And really grateful for Ben, you come up with this idea many years ago kind of thing, and appreciate your final message there today. And thanks for having me here today as well, man. It's been really awesome.
No, great. And thanks for helping me out, Lockie.
Cheers. We'll try to push on the road safety message and look after everyone and stay safe on the roads. Thanks for listening. Woo!